Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Tanya Tabassum, having the honor of host here in this program. Before we start, I'll tell you a brief intro of Aura. Aura, since its initiation, has been actively talking about various issues regarding women which are not able to express their views, and Aura had given them platform to express their views. Aura is a monthly women's magazine with a difference, challenging the status quo of how a women's magazine is envisioned. Aura's vision is to expand the boundaries of how women's issues are limited to certain acceptable topics. So, we will start with the Quranic recitation by Madiha Kadir. And I want to invite Madiha Kadir to please recite the Quran, the Quranic words.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Surah Al-Qadr. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ سَلَامٌ هِيَ حَتَّى مَطْلَعِ الْفَجْرِ. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Indeed, we sent the Quran down during the night of decree. And what can make you know what is the night of decree? The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. The angels and the spirit descend therein by permission of their Lord for every matter. Peace, it is under the emergence of dawn. Sadaqallahul Azim.
You are muted, Tanya.
I'm sorry. We will be beginning our review session with our esteemed experts panel. On this panel, we have review experts from various fields, each unique in their own way, who will be showing their thoughts and they will share their thoughts and wisdoms. I request the audience to stay tuned till end to take benefits from this session. And I request to all the speakers to please turn their camera on. Now I would like to invite Ma'am Noreen Ashraf, who acts as a librarian. She is librarian by profession, and her topic is "O Sleep, a Sublime Sign of the Almighty."
I think before that, welcome address, Shaima is. You can call Shaima for the welcome address first.
I'm sorry. Is this streaming live?
Yes.
For the welcome address, I would like to invite Shaima, the sub-editor of Aura. She will tell the brief intro of Aura magazine.
Greetings. Good evening to everybody. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, it is so nice to see all of you, all of your faces. We are all meeting for the first time, and we are meeting for such a wonderful purpose. So, first of all, on behalf of Aura, um, as a sub editor, I would like to thank all of you for taking out your time, taking out all the effort of reading the magazine, going through the magazine, and accepting the invitation of Aura Readers Club Punjab on this occasion. Um, and basically, I won't take up too much time. So Aura started, Aura is basically and essentially a monthly digital English language women's magazine. That is the essence of it, with the tagline Reviving Feminine Strength. And Aura started 2 years ago. So we have so far brought out 25 issues, all of them digital. And it is available at auramag.in and gets uploaded on the last day or day of every month, whatever that is. And so we, in terms of genre, in terms of content, we publish across genres. We publish essays, personal essays, articles, poetry, children's, special content for children, and also then after a while we also went into different media, like for example, videos, or audio content, all those things. And in terms of that is for the genre. In terms of content, Aura, basically, as Tanya put it, that we our intention was to sort of go beyond the traditional dimensions of a women's magazine, where only certain topics are considered acceptable for women to discuss or debate, and other topics are considered, serious topics. So instead, we thought, breaking all these binaries, we will, we want to hear what women have to say, and we want to be a platform for these women and men. We publish men and women both, to put out their varied and diverse ideas. So we will be a sort of a portal for that. So as a result, we publish on politics, education, economics, the financial situation of women in India, environmental debates, social media, technology, religion, faith, the family structure. So all of these major, crucial issues that affect women, we have created a space for that. And so that is as far as what Aura is. As far as Aura Readers Club, Aura Readers Club is basically an attempt to sort of close the loop on feedback, in the sense that we want to hear from our readers. And often magazine feedback is limited to the comment boxes, or at best letters to the editor, which can be a very faceless, nameless kind of thing. You really don't know whether the editor is reading or not. So instead, Aura Readers Club is about coming together every month, once every month, in different states of India, and even beyond. For example, last month, our Aura Readers Club was held by a group of women in Kuwait. So every month we come together, and we our esteemed readers give us feedback, give us critical comments, give us things that we can improve, things that we can change, and we try our best to implement it. And also, by way of that, we end up discussing many of the topics that have come up in the present month, in this case, March 2023. So that is basically what it is. And again, I'm very grateful that all of you have taken out your time, and I hope that you will give us your best critical comments, tell us what we can do better, and then stay engaged with us in the coming months and years, so that you also become a part of the Aura family and write for us, and tell others to write for us, and create content for us. And as always, keep us in your duas and blessings and prayers. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Jazakallah Khair. Hoping all the listeners are listening it very well. Hoping that all the audience is listening it very well. So we will be beginning our review session with our esteemed experts panel. On this panel, we have review experts from various fields, each unique in their own way, who will be sharing their thoughts and wisdoms. I request the audience to stay tuned till the end to take benefit from this session. So now I like to invite Ma'am Noreen Ashraf. By profession, she is a librarian and her topic is O Sleep, a sublime sign of the Almighty.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum viewers. I'm here to present my review on the article O Sleep, a Sublime Sign of Almighty, written by Saima Sabreen, published in March 2023 issue of the Aura e-magazine. The writer in this article has beautifully presented the importance of sleep in Islam while quoting verses of Quran and Ahadith. Islam is the only religion which teaches us that how to sleep, how much sleep, why to sleep, and when to sleep. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created day and night to balance the biological cycle of sleep. Allah created every organism and universe and everything we see in nature around us. We all are the creation, and who can better know about the biological needs of living things? Of course, none other than the creator, and he is one and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He created us and revealed Quran on our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, a best guide of art of living, a guide that tells us that how to lead our life, how to achieve success in Akhirah while doing our daily course. Islam doesn't teach to leave our families, our responsibilities, and ignore our health to achieve Jannah. It shows us the real and easy true path of life. The writer has also mentioned guidelines of sleep durations of different age groups provided by National Sleep Foundation. She wrote that modern sleep science says that sleep deprivation is harmful for mental and physical health. She further quoted a hadith, which is after knowing about a women who do not use to sleep at night due to prayer, our beloved Prophet ﷺ disapprovingly said, do good deeds which are within your capacity, as Allah never gets tired of giving rewards till you get tired of doing good deeds. Quoted from Musnad Ahmad. Then the writer explained different stages of sleep quoted from the Quran. The Quran introduced the concept of sleep as a mean of peace, tranquility, and satisfaction and food for mental health 1400 years ago that modern science identified recently. Isn't it a miracle? Allah is great, the Lord of everyone. Further, the writer quoted some sunnahs of sleep, like proverb, early to bed and early to rise, was the teaching of. Can I continue?
Yes, please.
Like the proverb, early to bed and early to rise was a teaching of our beloved Prophet ﷺ. He encouraged his companions not to involve in any activity after Isha prayer, as night starts from Isha. And he also disliked sleep between Maghrib and Isha prayers. Isn't it scientific? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Holy Quran in Surah Rum, verse number 23, and of his signs is your sleeping at night and your seeking his bounty during the day. Indeed, there are signs in this for those who listen. It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already mentioned in Quran regarding biological clocks 1400 years ago. In essence of this article, it can be said that Islam is the way to follow the laws of nature. Science is just a study to know about creations of God, but no scientist is greater than the creator, who already guided human beings regarding the things about which science has recently discovered or being discovered. Now I come on the second part of my review as I added to this article. According to the National Institute of General Medical Sciences, circadian rhythms are physical, mental, and behavioral changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. These natural processes respond primarily to light and dark, and the effect and affect most living things, including animals, plants, and even microbes. The study of circadian rhythm is called chronobiology. Such type of terms are explained and given by the modern science, but Allah explained those 1400 years ago in Quran. There are so many such examples, except sleep, day and night, which are already explained in Quran, but identified by modern science after so many years. Now, come on the biological clocks. As I quoted translation of the Quran, verse number 23 of Surah Rum, chapter number 30, I repeat, and of his signs is your sleeping at night and your seeking his bounty during the day. Indeed, there are signs in this for those who listen. According to modern medical sciences, biological clocks are organisms' natural timing devices, regulating the cycle of circadian rhythms, means light and dark. If we talk about other creations of God other than human being, like animals and then animals automatically follow the biological clocks. How? It means uh, they got up early with the first ray of the sunlight and go to their shelters to sleep immediately as the sun sets. We should learn this from animals. The term biological clocks is the same as mentioned in the Holy Quran for human beings. Sleep is very important that everyone needs, and the amount of sleep varies in different age groups. So much work you do during the day depends upon when and how you when to sleep at night before it. Here I confess that I chose this topic because even I was suffering with sleep deprivation due to my poor lifestyle. Even I learned a lot from this article, and my belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been refreshed. Thank you, Aura Magazine and the writer. I repeat, Islam is not only a religion, it's a way of living life without breaking the laws of nature. Now I conclude by leaving a question for all those people who don't believe that the Quran is the word of God. And if so, the Quran is not the word of God. If the Holy Quran is not revealed from Allah, the Lord of everyone, then how could Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was an illiterate person, could mention in Quran about the things that science has just discovered or discovering? Jazakallahu khair.
Jazakallah khair, Ma'am Noreen, as she beautifully quoted the teachings of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So, hoping all the listeners are very well benefited by it. Next, I invite Himpali Kaur. She has done a PhD in religious studies, and her topic is psychiatry, Islamic history, and the world of mental health.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Greetings to all. Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the Aura team for having me here. I am glad to present the review of the article titled Psychiatry, Islamic History, and the World of Mental Health by Mahfuza Tarannum. First of all, I would like to share something. Today I have a cough problem and your session will be interrupted during this session. Your session will be interrupted because of me. I feel sorry in advance. Firstly, I would like to thank and congratulate the author for sharing the knowledge about this important and valuable issue. This article gives us knowledge about mental health with the Islamic perspective by sharing the knowledge of Islamic history. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Article begins with the general introduction of psychiatry, means mental illness, and the history of its treatment. Then psychiatry is discussed with Islamic perspective By giving the Islamic history, author shares the valuable contribution in the same field of the Muslim contributors. At last, the author shares the tips for getting the good mental health by doing good deeds on both physical and mental levels. This is the best part I have seen, that the author suggests us that for getting good mental health, we should be strong on the physical and mental level too. So, body and mind both should be healthy. For an example, we can say an author writes, a good mind means a good body. Somewhere the author writes, pray to God, his remembrance all the time within ourselves. After seeing this article, I personally felt that it could have been more effective or better if it had explained about the relationship between human body and mind. Keeping in view of it, now I am going to share my views to express the relationship between body and mind. As we all know that the human is the combination of three components: body, mind, and individual soul. Soul is the self of human. Body and mind are the functional bodies of the soul. Body and mind are no two separate things. Body is the outer part of the mind, and mind is the inner part of the body. They react to each other. Healthy mind means healthy body, and healthy body means healthy mind. As we are discussing about the mental health, and for better understanding, we can compare it from our body. Likewise, our body, our mind also be unhealthy and healthy, or our mind can be healthy or unhealthy. Unhealthy mind. Now we are moving our topics. What is psychiatry? Psychiatry means mental illness. Unhealthy mind creates the mental illness. In unhealthy minds, also known as, we can say it's an impure mind. Reasons for unhealthy minds are our negative thoughts. The unhealthy minds feels sorrow. When we are against to God's will, we are living our life, our own desires, then we have mental illness. And second is healthy mind. When our mind enjoys joy, happiness, when we have positive thoughts, we are living our life according to God's will, love, then there is no illness, or we can say there is no mental illness in our life. Unhealthy mind is impure mind, and healthy mind is pure mind. We can understand it. Unhealthy minds is always expecting something from others, from God, and healthy mind is accepting. These two words are accept, ACCEPT, which does healthy mind, accept. Healthy mind accepts, and unhealthy mind expect, means we are demanding or desiring. So to be happy, we don't expect, we accept with the order of God. So it depends on us what type of mind we want, unhealthy or healthy, impure or pure. For our good physical health, we take good healthy food. Likewise, for our own mental health, we should also give the healthy food to our mind, like positive thoughts, healthy positive thoughts. To do this, we have to focus on our present. We should live in present, and we should fill our mind with happiness, joy, bliss. Present thoughts go within our subconscious and unconscious mind. We act accordingly to our mind. If our mind is filled with joy and happiness, then there is no mental illness. By concluding it, now I am disclosing the best food for our mind, that is love. Yes, love is the best food for our mind. Love means God, equality, truth. We we should see God in everyone. We should live with equality. We should always realize God's presence within us because He is within us. We always think what happens for the best. Thanks for all. Thanks to all the listeners and the Aura team for giving me this opportunity to share my views. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Palika, for sharing your views. I hope everyone is listening very properly and is benefited by it. So next, I want to call Rama Sharma. Her profession is assistant professor, and her topic is a woman can go through hell and back, but still shine luminously.
A very good evening, Mr. Host, and other luminary present on this online platform. To be among of you here is a privilege beyond words and even gratitude. The topic which I have chosen here for overview is an honest and heart-wrenching account of a young woman, Sanovar Banu, from Vijayawada.
You are mute. Can you unmute yourself? Now you are on.
Who in her loss went through an ordeal of precedented magnitude. But what makes us heave a sigh of relief is that she's not crushed or defeated. Here I remember a quote by Tennyson Ulysses, moved earth and heaven, that which we are, which we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. To strive, to seek, to
Your voice is not proper.
Tanya, she's not on the call anymore. I think she got disconnected. So I think,
Maybe she have some network problem. May I
yeah. So
call
maybe,
next
yeah.
speaker? So next, I would like to call Ma'am Zunaira. Her profession is physics lecturer, and her topic is making and breaking habits in the blessed month.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank Jamaat-e-Islami Hind, the women wing, who has given me the opportunity to be the part of this review program. Also, I would like to congratulate the editorial team of Aura magazine. Surely they have done a great job by issuing such a magazine. We can say a magazine for the women and by the women. So today, I am going to review an article titled Ramadan, Making and Breaking of Habits in this Blessed Month, written by Ma'am Mumtaz Fatima. The article is very beautifully written. In this article, she explained the glory of the month of Ramadan and the rights which it put upon everyone on us. So in the beginning, she discussed how we should spend the month of Ramadan, how it should be observed, and how it can change our lives. So now I'm going to summarize the article in front of you. So in starting, she explained the glory of the month of Ramadan. The Ramadan, which is also known as the month of Quran, because the holy book Quran was revealed in this month. Quran is the only book which have guidance, rules, and regulations for a peaceful, successful life for every one of us. So that's why one of the important obligations of this month of Ramadan on each of us is to study the Quran and understand it well and also convey this to the others. Apart from this, the second most important obligation of the month of Ramadan is that we fast during this month. And the purpose of fasting has been explained in the Quran, as it is said that through fasting you should adopt piety. And piety through fasting will be achieved only when we perform the fast in the way it is supposed to be performed. Because the rites of month of Ramadan not only include fasting or studying Quran, it also includes some other things, such as performing prayers, Taraweeh, Nafal, Adkar, charity, and Umrah if possible. There is a night in this glorious month which is better than thousands of nights. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has asked us to look for this night in the last 10 days of Ramadan. So, when we came to know about such rites of the month of Ramadan, it is generally observed that there are three types of fasting people. She beautifully explained that the first type of people are those whose level of faith remains same, constant, as before the Ramadan and during the Ramadan. They just perform the essentials and spend the month of Ramadan only culturally. And the second type of people are those whose level of faith goes even more down. Yes, they are in the state of fasting, but they stay sleeping all the day long. Even they don't protect their own selves by committing sins. And third category are the people who are the successful ones, who spend the whole month in the way as it is mentioned in the Quran or we can say with the same regulations which are asked to be observed. So one important aspect which is needed to understand here is that when we talk about to worship Allah or the rites of Ramadan, here is not only the rights of Allah. She explained very nicely that it includes the rights of servants of Allah. Yes, which we called hukukul ibad. The rights of servants of Allah include rights of parents, rights of relatives, rights of neighbors, even our family members, poor, needy, etc. So majority of us considered that to worship Allah is the only means of worship. But no, she explained in the article that to fulfill the rights of servants of Allah is also the mean of worship. As moving ahead, she explained that as of relatives, if we found that any one of our relative is sick, then we should go visit her or him, take care of him, or if possible, we should help him. As for the neighbors, if they are in short of food, then let's eat together with them. Or we can send food to them before eating. Or we can manage the food. We can make sure that are they having the enough food to eat. So as there are some relatives, there are some people who are needy, who require some financial help. So it's our duty to fulfill their needs if we can. Even in our family, we can help each other in daily household chores. Through these small actions, we can fulfill these rights of servants of Allah. Very beautifully, she has also advised that it is advisable to prepare for Eid a month ahead before the Ramadan, so that we can fully enjoy this month in worships and prayers, and we can best utilize this. But in the last, she also raised a very thoughtful question. She said that in the whole month of Ramadan, we worship, one praise day and night, recite Quran. But as soon the month get over, the behavior of a person becomes same as it was before the month of Ramadan. So what kind of change it is? which is such a thoughtful question. Because if we say that we are worshipping Allah, then we should keep this in mind that Allah is watching us every minute, every hour, every month throughout the year. So our behavior must be continued. So this is the summary of this article. The best part about this article is that when she mentioned and she emphasized actually upon the rights of Allah and the servants of Allah. Because in our society, there are some people, majority of people who are busy in offering prayers, reciting Quran day and night, praying nafals, adkars, but they are not paying any attention to their own needy relatives, their neighbors. They are not paying any attention towards them. So she emphasized on this that we should also pay attention, we should also fulfill, we should make this also the habit to pay some to observe these rights of servants of Allah. So the article was very nicely, very beautifully well written. Apart from these few things which she has laid out, additionally, I would like to say a few things. As it is mentioned that Ramadan is the month to offer prayers, but along with the worship of Allah, reciting we this is the month in which we should self-reflect. This is the month of self-analysis. I must should I continue?
Yes, yes,
I
please
think
continue.
okay, thank you. So by my side, I would like to add on this that this is the month in which we can self-analyze. We should reflect on ourselves. This is the time when we all are in a we all are running a speedy race. We are in the race to achieve some unmeasured targets. So this is the time when we should take a pause, take a breathe, and think about our priorities. As a woman, I must say that by fulfilling the liabilities, the responsibilities, being a mother, wife, or an individual, somewhere we are forgetting about our inner selves. We are not paying any attention to the growth of our mind, body, and soul. So this is the best month when we have enough time, we would have enough time where we can thought of this. Apart from planning about the morning and evening meals, we should self-analyze. We should fix some time for reading good books, as books are called the human's best friends. They develop positive attitude among us. They keep us motivating. We should do exercise, we should do yoga, anything, we meditate, recite Quran, the things which will help us to grow in our inner selves. So that's all from my side. As the name of the title suggests, the making and breaking of habits in the blessed month of Ramadan. So I really hope by maintaining these beautiful habits, we can continue in the coming months and work for our growth. So in the end, I would pray to Allah to grant us the ability to best utilize this month. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair, ma'am Zunaira, as Ramzan is coming in few days and we chose the topic related to Ramzan, so it's beneficial for us too, and I think it's beneficial for the audience too. Thanks for sharing your views with us. And now I would like to call Rama Sharma, assistant professor.
You have got muted.
Please continue your talk.
Once again, a very good evening to all the empowered women present here from Aura. Some technological issues are there, so I got disconnected. I'm very sorry for that.
No problem at all.
To begin with, I feel very privileged and honored to be among all of you. It is a privileged moment for me. The topic which I have chosen here for overview is an honest and heart-wrenching account of a young woman, Sanover Bano, from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, who in her loss went through an ordeal of unprecedented magnitude. But what makes us heave a sigh of relief is that she is not crushed or defeated. The 23-year-old girl is much inspiring by going through ups and down and standing behind and back. Here I remember a quote by Tennyson Ulysses: moved earth and heaven, that which we are one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. The physical trauma which she went through could not crush her spirits, and she came out more stronger than ever more from the catastrophic event and even guide us through her experiences. Being a woman was never her weak point. Rather, I say it was her emancipation which she imbibed as women and that rescued her happiness. Nothing is impossible for women. Women have not accomplished much in last few decades. What women have done just now is a matter of rare honor for all of us residing in a nation where the first citizen is a woman or a president is a woman require no other evidence what women have achieved. Last 2 decades is courtesy to the meritocracy and democracy of this country that women have hitched their wagon to the stars, the wagons to the stars in every field of human action. The rise of Indira Gandhi in politics, Indra Nui in corporate world, Nirmala Sitharaman in finance department are conspicuous example that women can face the hell and come out from the hell and even rule the hell. I again said, even rule the hell. And those who have any doubt regarding the veracity which I have stated, here should know what Shakespeare said century back in his play Othello. Let husband know, let husband know, their wives have sense like them, they see and smell. Let husband know their wives have sense like them, they see and smell, and have their palates both for sweet and sour, as husband have. The road for women consolidation is not so long now. The amount of guts women have shown so far will surely help her to faith on the new seas. Let us remember Robert Frost's word, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. Here I mentioned one such an important factor, one key factor, which is largely responsible is a financial aspect. This is the significant factor for the upgradation of the status of women in the society. The economical aspect is doing such a wonders for the women. Unless women jumps into professional world and earn adequate money to sustain herself, she can never claim independence. When one enter into processing of livelihood, one naturally passes through all those processes like presence of mind, decision making, communication skills, moving here and there, and other survival aspect, which really enables women to combat man's world. Hence, the decision of the government to reserve seats for women in public employment is highly appreciable. But now it is a turn of women to ride the waves and the contemporary world. It is the woman who has the all responsibilities to for the society, to emerge a society, to build the family, the society. The role she play in the society is immensible. Government offer end number of opportunities and subsidy to women to come up with their startup. They must give up their passivity and rise to occasion. It is very important to give up their passiveness now. They must give up the passivity. There is no exaggeration if I say no empowerment means anything unless it is a financial empowerment. It is usually said that beggars can't be choosers, so she has to be strong. That's why the topic I have chosen, uh, she she grows up from the pains she went through. She eventually come back even more stronger. Before I wrap up myself, I would like to extend my profound gratitude as well as my warm wishes for this noble endeavor for the organization or magazine intend to serve. May you thrive immeasurably in days to come and be instrumental in changing the face of the world. Thanks once again for this gesture of generosity. If something is there, I can really contribute to your understanding of the discussed topic, I will be highly blessed. I will end my
Thank you, Rama Sharma, for your valuable words. Now I'll quote a poem, A Powerful Woman. A powerful woman. She rises from her adversity, but never forgets her origin. She learns from her past and chooses to keep going forward, even when her steps get heavy. She transforms her pain and suffering into strength and wisdom. Yes, she may stumble. Yes, sometimes she falls. But just as the sun always rises, so too does a powerful woman. She is equipped with an intuition that guides her course like a compass. She strives to love herself and all that she stands for with a fierce loyalty, even when it's difficult. She is not afraid to seek truth, even when it hurts. She is passionate and uses her gifts to inspire and spread light and love. With a mind of wonder and a heart of goodness and grit, she is resilient. She refuses to be navigated by fear and doubt. She knows where she's been, where she is, and where she is headed. She uplifts other women and embodies authenticity and humility. She loves deeply, lives with compassion, and is relentlessly unapologetic. She is designed to be admired, not always liked. She is fierce, determined, and unstoppable. She is a powerful woman. Now, I would like to call Dr. Kamaljeet Kaur. She is assistant professor by profession.
Good evening, all of you. I am really thankful for the Aura magazine giving me a chance to express my views on review the topic of how to strengthen your muscles of happiness. This article written by Dr. Yasim. Dr. Yasim giving us very valuable tips for happiness in beginning. The first tip is for happiness, don't expect happiness from others. Second tip, focus on your happiness in life while loving those around you, like a family, friends, lovers, etc. Above all, you will feel the love of God. According to writer, happiness depends your own decision and everyone alone are responsible for own happiness. To be optimistic, be victorious, not a loser, be tolerant, not spiteful. A writer gives us tips for the happiness. Also, writer depicts the sixth way to for strengthening our muscles of happiness. Firstly, forget the bad past due to someone had terrible past but should take the lesson from the past. We should living, willing, enjoy the present and plan the future. Secondly, choose the friends and environment who makes you positive. Don't let yourself be over influenced by them. Thirdly, we should understand well that the past is not our future. It is our choice and responsibility, which make our future full of happiness. Allah, God, cares for all, and He knows all things. Fourth, be ready to forgive those who have wronged you. Forgiveness and tolerance strengthen our muscles of happiness. Fifth, the main way of happiness, be idealistic and more realistic. Last but not least, writer gives us advice, use the sense of humor. When you disturbed by others' talk, don't practice ignoring silly matters. According to writer, if you feel disappointed, why other people for any reason, strengthen your muscles of happiness or positivity. Focus off only on happiness in life by loving those around you. In happiness theory says, the happiness theory 75% of the happiness is based on your strength, courage, and confidence. And how will you treat yourself? And 25% is from external factors such as materialism and other people. In my view, writer explained the way of living for the happiness. Dr. Yasim explained very beautifully. In my opinion, on this article, we should focus on own strength. When we feel sad and nervous, then should try to become happy. Change the way of thinking, change the location, do other activities, which one you like. Go for a walk, talk to positive people. Should write and read. Try to free your mind from worries. Do meditation and exercise. Play with children, give more, expect less. Make a positive approach in every situation. Always remember, life is a journey, not a destination. I'm going to sum up. Happiness is a skill can be learned and developed by ourselves. Our strained efforts cater for our happiness. In other way, it is just one of the muscles we have, which can be strengthened by our efforts, and thus we become happier. Writer explained and teaches us how to become happy and positive in our life, giving us very valuable and motivational article. Thanks to the listener and Aura Nagji giving me a big platform. Sat Shri Akal.
Thank you so much, Kawaljeet Kaur. A woman that knows her worth does not measure herself against another woman, but stands strong, calm, and self confident. Now, I would like to call Ramandeep. She's advocate by profession, and she'll talk about her topic.
Hello, fans. Hello,
Yes,
I'm
you're
audible.
audible.
Haji. Yes, ma'am. I am a new member of our Readers family. Though I am an advocate by profession, but political economy is my field of interest, particularly relating to the conditions of women and children. Being so, I will express my view only about the article written by Sadat Hussain under titled Budget 2023 and 24 Failed Promises Towards India Children. So, article provides a deep insight regarding the pathetic, pathetic conditions of early child care and education program in India. Its importance and brought of providing funds by Indian government, propositions for quote by author are well supported by the empirical data. So, but these are things which are required to more specific. For example, author says private institutes spend 12,834 rupees per child. But to mine, author wants to say that such and such amount is being spent by the parents. So seeing this phenomena through, through a bigger picture, it seems that whole sphere are neglected by the Indian rulers, be it education, women, SC, ST, and the minority classes. Early child care education is a part of the bigger picture. So thank you. It's my view regarding the oral.
Thank you, Ramandeep. Now I would like to call Shabana. Her topic is parenting and its effect on the child's development. She is career counselor by profession.
Assalamu alaikum, viewers. I'm grateful to be the part of the session by Aura Magazine. I would be thankful for Zamata Islamia uh, for giving me the opportunity to be the part of this session. As Aura is a magazine by women and for women, I'm going to throw light on the most sensitive and important part of women's life, that is to be a responsible parent. And my topic is parenting and its effect on child development. Uh, Parenting and child development are closely related processes. While raising, during the process of raising and nurturing a kid as being a parent is absolutely outstanding if we adapt it with enthusiasm. Before being a parent, a couple must be mentally prepared for some for this amazing experience as we prepare for some exam and for some event. Uh, they must not take it as a burden of responsibility. We must the parents must take it as a beautiful phase of their life that would never come back in their life, and so that they can be able to enjoy this beautiful phase. So parenting, as we all know that nowadays in parenting, parents feel so many problems. Parenting is like an act of providing physical, emotional, social, and physical environment and care to the child that would be beneficial for the growth of the children and the maintenance of the personality of the children. There are lots of efforts required to be a good parent, and most specifically, those efforts would be on the right direction. Every parent, as being a parent, they put some efforts, more efforts into their parenting styles. But the only difference is that some parents are not aware of that, where they need to put more effort and where they need to be lenient, where they need to be some authoritative. So these are the basic problems nowadays our parents are feeling facing. Problems in parenting faced first of all, there is a lack of time management between parents and child. Nowadays, when both the parent, mother and father, duly working family, in the duly working family, it would be some difficult for the parents to have some separate time and quality time for their children's. So there is a need. There are other all problems also, like when lack of communication when parents and child are not having in a good relationship, then there is a lack of child and parents communication. This is also a very huge problem. Balance, creating a balance between being authoritative and being lenient, being warm, is very much difficult. Parents are finding it difficult to make differences between when they need to be more lenient and when they need to be more uh, sorry, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Is
Yes, you
there
are
any
audible.
okay, okay.
Yes, you are audible. Continue.
Okay. So there is a struggle to set limitations and boundaries for the child to manage their behaviors, for the society, for the family, and for their own selves also. There are lots of things. There are lots of problems like which are minor, but we are just ignoring those problems. Just as when someone talks negatively in front of the students, in front of the child, this would lead to the development of negative thoughts in the brain of the child also. So there are we can eliminate all these negative aspects of life or aspects of personality from a child while considering some of the points which I'm going to explain now. That is, first of all, we need to maintain time. We need to have some quality time with the children. Parents need to have some quality time with the children, and they need to have a compassionate have a very good relationship with the children, so that their children can talk to them. They can give some of the inputs about their school, about their career, about their activities. So what we need to do is to maintain a good relationship with the child, so that the uh, communication gap cannot be developed between parent and a child. And the second thing is we take into consideration is that we need to reinforce the positive behaviors of the child, unless the negative behaviors of the child. Sometimes when we see that the child is performing some of the acting, like he or she behaves like a villain, he or she just use some abusive words, and we just laugh at them. This laughter would lead them to uh, repeat those behaviors again and again. So what the parents need to consider, that they never need to reinforce the negative behaviors of the child. Positive behaviors such as when a child say thank you, say please, and when the child asks for some help, and when he or she helps someone, those kinds of behaviors can be appreciated by the parents. These behaviors, if these behaviors can be appreciated, then the child would be able to repeat those behaviors in front of others, in front of family, in front of other social relations also. So the differentiation between when we need to reinforce the behavior and when we need to avoid the behavior, avoid the reinforcement, would makes easy for us to help the children to inculcate good positivities in them, in their personality, and we need to social there are some other problems which we need to consider, that the social skills nowadays, our childs are becoming more introverts. They are just busy with their phones, with their all the online activities. So parents need to consider these activities as how they need to avoid these activities. Like they can have some social gatherings. They need to make some gatherings, some small gatherings for the children, so that the children can learn good social behavior. And one most important thing is that the age between infancy to the 5 year is very, very, very important. In this age, this age we can call as toddler. So in this at this age, the children learns a lot of things, and these things can have impact on the personality of the child throughout of his or her life. So there are lots of psychological research and psychological theories that explains that if a child under the age of 5 would learn any negative behavior or any negativity, that would be continued throughout of his life. What we need to do is at the early age of a child, we need to inculcate some positive behaviors. And now the question comes that how we can inculcate positive behaviors among the children. So now here we need to understand that every child uh, learn while watching. We can't command them that behave good, don't do this, you just need to do this. We can't command them. Child always learn while watching, while they observe someone to doing while doing this. So what we need to do is, if we want to if we want that our child behave like softly, behave warmly, so then we need the parents also need to behave warmly, behave in a kind manner with others, so that their child would be observing them, and they would be learning those good values from the observation. So what is this we call this model role modeling. We need to give them a good role model. If we will behave in a good manner, if a mother will behave, a father will behave in a good manner, he will he will practice some good habits, even though those habits would be repeated by the child also. Just as when This was the first thing that we can make them learn. First point, how we can make them to learn good behaviors. And the next is we need to make them feel that uh, all the negative behaviors and all the negativities cannot be entertained in front of the child. What we need to do is that we as being a parent, uh, we need to inculcate positive behaviors such as having good food, having healthy food, doing exercise. And if we want that our children let's suppose we all every parent want that their child would all time their child would be the studying in a manner. So uh, this would be so all these I'm while binding up this article, I'm just going to say some words that if we wanted our child to be kind, then we need to be kind in front of our child. Thank you.
Jazakallah khair, Shabana. Now I would like to invite the president of Aura. Presidential address is there. Mrs. Rahmatun Nisa Baji. She is chief editor of Aura, and I would like to call her here so that she will give her reviews and share her valuable reviews.
Assalamu alaikum and a very warm good evening to all of you. It was a wonderful session and I was very glad to listen to all of you. You all took the pains to read the articles and give your reviews, and some of you have presented something extra also that adds to the benefit of our viewers, I hope. And also, I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to our anchor of the day, Tania Tabassum, and also Shagufta, and the sub-editor of Aura, Sister Shaima. As our sub-editor said, and also as Tania Tabassum said, we started Aura 2 years back. But before starting the magazine, it's not that we just started all of a sudden. There was a lot of homework done before starting the magazine. And only when we were convinced that there is a need for a magazine like this, and we have something to do, there is a vacuum and we have something to do, we started it. And the objective is very clear that we want to address, we change the narratives, the real, those stereotypes, and then we want to tell people what real women life, the life of a woman is, what they really need, and how they should be projected. And also we want to be inclusive, even though this magazine is published from a Muslim platform, as you all know, it's not a secret. We want to be inclusive of everyone. We, of course, on one hand, we want to educate the community, the Muslim women, to uplift them, especially from, encourage them, motivate them, and give them the correct teachings of the Quran and the Prophet Sunnah. But at the same time, we want to give articles and, videos, interviews, which are useful for everyone. Of course, the Quranic teachings are also useful for everyone. And we would like to have dialogues on different religions, what the different religions talk about, whatever is positive in every religion. We want to include and we want to be inclusive. And that is why we encourage and we request writers from all religions, and we publish. And another objective of Aura is, as we all know, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Our sister, one of our speakers today, Sister Rama Sharma, was talking about the empower, how women are getting empowered in India. It is really true. But, those who are on the stage or outside, those who are prominent, or those who have got the support of power politics, or those who come from, privileged background, they are the ones who are celebrated or who are given more and more chances to show their skills or show excel in whatever field they are. But at the same time, Aura believes in bringing out the hidden potential and talents of women and girls. And we even conducted a workshop for writers, young women, English writers, and around 36 girls participated from across the country. And also the oppressed voices are to be heard and brought through the pages of Aura. This is what we want. Why I'm saying all this is because whenever you think, yeah, this is fit for the Aura objective, you can always write, or you can always remind us, or you can always inform us, so that we can write about it, or we can include that also in our pages. Regarding the Readers Club, also our sub-editor has said this is a mechanism that we have developed, we have started. We have been conducting it in different places, different states. Our Readers Club programs are happening. We want to listen from our readers what they feel, what is their take on what is being published, so that it will be a motivation or a support system for our writers to write in a better way, to present their views in a better way, their articles or research work in a better way for our readers. Now, the good news, there is one good news that I would like to share with you at this on this occasion, that Aura is planning to bring out a special printed edition, special issue, which will be printed and circulated. And I request all of you to support it and purchase it once it is out. We are planning to bring it out in the month of May. The May issue will be our special issue with a lot of content, motivating content, which will definitely be benefiting our women readers. And you can keep it. Our motive is to bring out something which you can keep it as a reference in your library. So you can look forward to it. And I request all of you to pray that we are successful in bringing it out. Regarding today's session, starting from Sister Naurin Ashraf, even Himpali Kaur, in spite of being sick, I pray for you. Definitely, may the Almighty give you complete cure. And Sister Rama Sharma, Zunaira, Dr. Kamaljit Kaur, Ramandeep, and Shabana. All of you have shared your views, and we are really very thankful to you. You took time, and what I request now is, even the extra information that you have given for each article, definitely that would have benefited our viewers, our listeners, and for all of us. My request to all of you is, it sounds that many of you can write. You can give your interviews. Whatever expertise you have, that field can be utilized, and you can share for our readers so that it will reach a larger number of women across the world. We have readers across the world also, not only Indian readers. We have readers across the world. So they can also benefit. So number one is, use your expertise, contribute for Aura, share to more readers. Whoever can read English, please share the magazine to them. And also, most importantly, send your feedback. If you come across any mistake or any drawback, or if you feel that this can be done in a better way, you are always welcome. You can share. And if you find something good, that also you can share, because that also means a lot to our team, our writers. Because one thing that I would like to tell you is, our writers, our contributors, they are doing it not for any monetary benefit. They are doing it only as a mission to serve the society and get the benefit or reward from the Almighty Lord. So all this means a lot for them. And it was our Rama Sharma who said that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but we have promises to keep and miles to go before we sleep. We have a lot to do in our country. And even now, we all know that, among the world, most of the illiterates are women, and they are in India, Indian women especially. So we need to uplift them. We need to work together for, empowering not only women, men, women, children, everyone. We have a lot to do for our country, and let us use our expertise for the benefit of our country. And finally, this time, Aura e-magazine was coming up with some articles on Ramadan, because that is the month we are going to enter into. It is a month of reading. Ramadan is special because it is, the Holy Quran started getting revealed in this month with the message. The first command by the Lord Almighty is read, Iqra. So it is not, Lord Almighty did not ask people to first start praying or, fasting, but the Lord Almighty asked people to read. That is the first and also the last step for any progress in humanity. And that is why we see a lot of difference in the period of the Prophet in the Medina, how women got encouragement, because reading and educating was made compulsory for both men and women by the Prophet. So this is a message I think we can give to the world. And I wish every one of you a very happy Ramadan, a very fruitful Ramadan. And let us celebrate reading and let us use the power of word to change ourselves and change the world. And finally, I would like to tell you that aura is yours. Own it, nurture it, and support it. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah khair, Rahmatun Sabaji. With all my heart, I am thankful to audience, speakers, and Aura team for watching this program and to be the part of today's review program and for sharing your valuable reviews which will benefit the people, as Aura is the platform for the women so that they can share their views on those topics, like the women which are women those are facing difficulties day by day. So it is a platform for those people who are encouraging other people to come out of those difficulties, and those, those women help other people, other women, to grow in a positive manner, grow positively, and they fix each other's crown in this way. So thanks to everyone for watching this review program, to be the part of this program, and a very happy Ramadan.